Okay, so another impromptu video. I feel like these are my better videos, so I come. But I wanted to talk about today something that was bothering me, and I am on a journey of really feeling my emotions, but because for a long time I had been disconnected, and I really couldn't even tell you in the moment. I couldn't tell you that I was or I wasn't. I just found out that I was not connected to my emotions. And so now I'm, it's a hot mess in here, by the way. So now I am exploring. Okay, so if I was so disconnected to my emotions, let me explore what it feels like to be connected. And, as a single mom raising three children, it can be overwhelming. It can be a lot. It can be very exhausting. But I have managed to put a beautiful container around how much I allow myself to go down the spiral of being exhausted, of being so consumed by parenting. I don't even know how if I'm saying that correctly because I don't want it to come off like I'm not parenting my kids. This is what it is. I release control. I release a lot of control around how my kids should act, how they should behave in public, what they should be doing in the home, what they should not be doing, should be doing in the home. I've released a lot of that. And I was raised a certain way. A lot of around discipline, I'll say. Well, I wasn't raised to be this way, but what I've experienced in my childhood, I tried to bring into my home, and I realized that that was not working. A lot of that came from fear of things being out of control. And so to bring about order in the mind of my parents, it was about controlling. And so maybe I've gone the opposite direction, but even in knowing myself, like um there is a certain level of pressure or stress that I can handle, and I will not put myself under that type of pressure or beyond that pressure or stress trying to keep order in the home. Chaos is beautiful. And let me tell you why I'm saying this, because maybe that's, can be a little triggering for some. But chaos is beautiful. This is how we know what we truly want. Like, this is chaos. It's like, ugh. But in order for me to know what I want, I have to experience the opposite of that, right? I love a tidy home, and this is like not tidy. But when I get a tidy home, I appreciate it more, right? Because, oh, this feels so good. And so that goes into great segue into emotions, feeling. And so one thing that I try to control is my emotions. And it it is almost drove me crazy because I have not allowed myself to be emotional or to feel the things. And one thing that is challenging me the most right now is my daughter. She's 8, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's not a teenager yet, but there is a thing preteen. Like preteen starts at 8 apparently. My little beautiful princess is no longer like she is no longer saying, yes, mommy, yes, I love you, you're my hero. She's like, I don't want to. And I'm just so when she does things that doesn't fall in alignment with what I would love for her, the expected or anticipated response, it makes me sad. Like, honestly, it makes me sad. And at one point, I would just be like, zoop. Or I would lash out at her like, you don't care about what I do, and da 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 da. And it's a lashing out. It's the hurt that's responding, and it causes more tension. It causes friction in the home. It causes her to not feel so good around me, not feel safe around me, not feel safe to be herself. Like, if she choose, like, I don't want that. I mean, I know you did that for me, but I don't want that, mommy. And she doesn't explain it like that. Most of the time it's like, no, I don't want that. And I'm like, but I did all of this for you, and I thought that you would love it, but you don't love it. Excuse me, I think that might be a release. But you don't love it? What do you mean you don't love it? I did all of this for you. You said this and you said this, and I tried to do this and I tried to do that. There's a point where I have to say, you know what? That hurts my feelings. I don't like that. And I can share that with Avery. I can actually share that with her and say, I didn't like the way you responded to the way I responded. Like, I don't like that you didn't like what I did for you. Usually, you're happy about that. Usually, that's, you know, you've said this before that you didn't like it like that, so I decided to do it a different way because I thought that that would be something that would appease you, and you didn't like it. So that made me hurt. It is okay. It is okay for you to allow yourself to be sad. To not put your guard up and be like, I gotta be a parent here and tell her something about what I had to go through to get that the way that you would have liked it, and you don't like it? What? It's okay to be sad and not have to defend your feelings. It is okay to be sad and be as vulnerable as you may, and your kid sees it. Like, that is healthy. That is healthy. Because the other way would teach them how to be unhealthy. Of course, would teach them how to not process their emotions, will teach them or continue to teach them how to be immature in their emotions, how to not feel their emotions, and teach them that it is okay to lash out on people in anger because you're sad. That's a skewed way of processing or feeling your emotions. When you're sad, be sad. Don't compound it with anger. Just be sad. Allow your kid to see how you feel when you're sad. Then they will know how to feel when they're sad. And you know what? The best thing that you will experience out of that being sad, your kid will hold space for you. You didn't get that as a kid. Your parent didn't hold space for you. So this is how you learn to lash out. But when you are sad, watch how your kid holds space for you. They'll hold you, they'll hug you, they'll go get paper towel and wipe your tears for you and say, it's okay, mommy. And then they'll go off and play. Like, ain't that? But they had just held space for you and gave you room to be human. That is healthy emotions. Oh my God. I hope this helps somebody. If it didn't, thank you for listening. Until the next time. Ciao. Bye.